Good morning. I'm Ken Banks, and wanted to just give you an idea of my day, what I do during the day. And of course, everybody asks me, "What do you do? What do you do?" So I want to give you an idea of kind of what's going on. And so my first thing I do in the morning, first of all, I'm usually up around 4:30. That's just my habit. Don't necessarily want to get up sometimes, but I'm always up relatively early, so it's generally dark. The first thing I do is I go after I brush my teeth, whatever. I always meditate. I meditate every day, and so that's my meditation chair, and so I'm always sitting there. Usually, I give a little ring here on this singing bowl, and that will keep going for 30 seconds or so. Just kind of get me in the mood, and then I'll sit down here and get into a meditative pose, a meditative stance. And meditation is kind of separating the noise of the mind and kind of leaving that aside, leaving any sort of problems, concerns, issues, whatever you have in your mind, just kind of let it to the side, let it go. And man, that's a good practice to do every day. So if we can monitor our thoughts, meditation helps me to monitor my thoughts. And so all during the day, every day, I'm trying to monitor, make sure I don't go into the negative, make sure I'm not complaining, make sure I don't have any doubt, make sure I don't have any fears, make sure I don't have any anxiety, any tension. As soon as I start to maybe feel some of those, I let go of it. I don't want that in my body, because once we start to develop those like they say, fight or flight, the kind of the tension, you got a lot of tension and your body builds up this situation. Your body's making chemicals, and these chemicals are affecting your whole body. So the 30 trillion cells in the body, they're all reading the mind. And as soon as the mind decides to do something, then the body kind of follows suit. And so I really try to stay away from the negatives, all the tension producing kind of activities, especially, anger is really a bad one. And so if I can stay away from that during the course of the day, my day is better. And so meditation helps me to be observant of my own thoughts. And so I can kind of read those going by. And so when I can get into a state of comfort and stay calm and relaxation, and everything just kind of goes, just take a deep breath almost, and so I can kind of eliminate all of those kind of things. And if I have something that I choose to think about, I'll envision the future with emotion, and so I'll envision something that I want with emotion instead of envisioning something that I don't want. That's what fear is. And you envision this thing, and if it's fear of something that's going to happen, you're fearing something that might happen 3 months from now. Well, it might happen, I guess, but why fear? What's the use of fearing it? Let life come to you instead of you anticipating life and feeling like, oh my God, what am I going to do? If it should come, and 90% of the things that we fear never come to pass. And so that's my morning. So I meditate in the morning. It's usually absolutely dark. It's very quiet. Nevertheless, I put on some sound canceling headphones to really make sure that I don't hear the noise of the HVAC system, anything of that nature. And so after I finish meditation, I kind of go in and I go into the steam room. So I have a steam room in the house, and I'm let's take the walk around the corner and all kinds of stuff here. But I spend 10 or 15 minutes a day in here. It gets super hot. But this is the steam room, and it's kind of a place where, again, I can kind of relax a little bit, and it's great for the skin, etc. So every place I've lived, every house that I've bought over the last 35 years or so, and it's been 3, I put in a steam room. The first 2 I actually did myself, except for the plumbing and the electric. But this one, somebody else did. So I put my tools down. And so Also, I'm always, try to do some mental stuff. So this is Sudoku, and these are evil puzzles. So I get to do that, and it usually takes a while to get through those puzzles. But I think it's a great mind teaser. And then I'm studying I'm studying Spanish, and again, to help with you know, the mentality. Then after the meditation, after the steam, then I'm ready for the day. And so I usually come down, and I generally cook my own food. And sometimes my wife cooks, but generally I cook, and I just find it to be a little bit better than going to a restaurant. I got some stuff started, so it's important to know what to eat during the course of the day. So if you're involved in physical conditioning or weight loss or something, then you really got to know what to eat. So how do you eat during the course of the day? So my mostly normal breakfast will be having some sort of like an oatmeal. I eat eggs, and so some people don't eat eggs, but I eat eggs, and so I'll mix up some eggs and I'll make an omelet or something. And then here I have a piece of salmon that I'll cook. So I have salmon and eggs in the morning. I eat a lot of seafood. No meat for me, but a little bit of well, I shouldn't say no meat, because I do eat some poultry, some chicken, mostly for the protein. I have a much bigger office downtown Baltimore, about a little bit over 4,000 square feet. But there's not a whole lot of need to come into the office. After COVID, we gotten to be mostly virtual, and so no need to go in. So most of the work that I do now is not a whole lot of, not like the 18 hours a day I used to work, but now it's more like 2 or 3 hours a day that, just making sure things keep moving forward. And so that's part of my day. And so let's see, what am I going to do now? So I'll how big is that? About this size here. So I'll take some olive oil. So what I do when I'm cooking, I like these iron pans. These are, what my grandmother cooked with, and what my mother cooked with, and so, these one of these was handed down through generations, right? They never go anywhere. You can't destroy them, and they just hold heat so much better. So that's really, really great. I usually cook with olive oil. A little bit of olive oil there. It's a great stove, man. Use a little salt, a little pepper, a little lemon. Sometimes I season the pan, and here it is. Oh, this is what I was looking for. So I usually, for the pepper, I'll do something like this. And I wait till that gets hot a little bit. I like to get it hot, so that when I put the salmon in, it sears it. I sear it on both sides, and then I cook it on the skin side down first, because I like it kind of crispy, right? So, and although I usually don't eat all the skin. I just like it crispy. So just the way I like to cook. And so now I'm chopping up some vegetables, and for an omelet. So I wash these off, and here's some onions. I like really sharp knives. So You know, some people come into my kitchen and they want to play with the knives, and it, you know, it's kind of dangerous. So, got to be kind of careful about that if you're not used to them. So I'm gonna make like an omelet or a frittata. I'm not sure which one yet. I think an omelet is quicker. Maybe I'll make an omelet. So I got kind of a rule. I like to cook 20 minutes or less. So I'm not going to make a lasagna, or well, I wouldn't eat lasagna anyway because I don't eat the cheese. But can you, you know, if I can cook something, get in and out of the kitchen in 20 minutes, that's what I'm going for. That's my goal. Sometimes it winds up being 25 minutes, but generally I can get stuff done in 20 minutes, which is, you know, excellent. 20 minutes of prep time. If something's cooking for a while and I can do something else, then that's fine. But if I can get it, you know, do the prep, start the cooking, get it on the stove or in the oven, and get that done within a few minutes, I like that. So, whew, that's what I like doing. All right, because I like cooking for myself, but I don't want to cook all the time. And so when I make a breakfast like this, it's probably good for at least 2 days, you know. So because I'm making about 8 eggs, and so, you know, that's going to last. Me, it would last 3 days, but for the family, it's probably going to last a couple of days. And then the salmon, this is about maybe about 1.25 pounds. I cut it off of a bigger piece. I'm not cooking everything today, just this much. And so this will be, you know, enough for myself for a couple of days. So let's go. Let's start putting stuff together. So put a little dash of water in them, or a little milk, which makes it a little fluffier. Yeah, it's heating up, man. So let's start getting something in there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'll put the red peppers and the onions in first. I got some tomatoes cut up, but I'll put the tomatoes in a little bit later since they don't take as long to cook. Or saute, I should say. Right. I'll put a little pepper in here. A little bit of that. Right. Get a little light on the subject, and as well, turn on the fan. That's important. I'll take this. About time to put the tomatoes in, don't you think? These in there. Just make sure I can move it around. You don't want to get stuck. You know, you don't want things to stick. So I just want to slide it a little bit, so move it around so I know I can get under it and turn it when I want to. So that's all good. A little pepper. a little pepper here. Whoops. You see that going there? So now we can wait a few minutes. But generally, while I got a few minutes to delay, I usually just go ahead and wash up a few dishes that I've created. You know, just makes it easier. Yeah, I know I have a dishwasher. I know, you know. And I do use it, but I don't use it all the time. If I got a few things to wash, you know, sometimes the dishwasher, if you kind of wipe things off before you put them in there, it's just sort of like 2 more strokes, it can be done. So I don't know. I'm not 100% on the dishwasher side. Probably about 75%. Probably about 75. How's that sound? Sound good? And so, you know, now things are moving along pretty easily. Now, so this part of the cooking, I don't necessarily count this as the 20 minutes because I can actually go and do something else. But even with that, this whole thing will be ready, and we're going to time it. We're going to know exactly, right? We're going to know. But I don't have to time it. The camera don't lie. Can you make me look better? The camera don't lie, but can you make me look a little bit better? You know, that's like the barber telling you. You said, tell Bob, you said, man, make me look good. He said, I'm a barber, I'm not a magician. I can't, but so much I can do, right? So, you know, make the camera make me look better. That'd be great. So then I will use I will make a I'll make it now. Why not? So need a little ice. And need a little water. And I'm gonna make a protein mix. Because I use a protein drink maybe once or even twice a day as a meal replacement. So if you can't get to a meal and you decide to, you know, that you need something else, it's a great thing to have. Now I also put in to the protein mix a little bit of flax and chia. This is coconut also, but flax and chia, which is, you know, both flax and chia are excellent for you. I usually have some hemp seeds. I'm not sure if I have any right now. Dump those in there. And that bag is trash now. So I'll do that. Then I will put in, I might have a little bit too much water in there, but it'll be all right. So put in a couple of scoops of this. And this might last me 2 days. So that's about 40 grams. That's about 40 grams of protein. This happens to be a organic protein powder, a plant-based protein. I'll take maybe a piece of a banana or so, maybe about half a banana, stick it in there. Then I'll mix it up, and so I have protein. Now my intent is to intake approximately 120 grams of protein a day. Some people will say your weight, as many grams as your weight. My weight happens to be about 170 pounds, but I don't do that much I don't do that much protein, but that's not to say it's not recommended by a lot of people. We'll recommend more protein. I just don't do it myself. I don't think I need it. I'm not trying to get super huge. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna turn this. One thing about these iron skillets, if you grab this handle, it can be super hot. So turn that. Now, doesn't that look good? Doesn't that look good? That's going to be fantastic, right? That's going to be great. So I decided before to make sort of a frittata, and a frittata takes a little bit while. It takes a while long, but since I'm cooking this salmon, that's going to take a little while. That's going to take a little while now because, you know, to cook is a pretty thick piece. But the frittata, that'll take probably another 10 minutes, believe it or not, for it to cook all the way through because I'm not turning it. And I didn't mix it, I'm not turning it. And so I got to keep the cover on so that the heat will stay in there and heat the top of the egg also. And so when that becomes done, hopefully I'll be able to get it out of there and kind of slide it onto a plate. And it'll be like, bang, bam, that's some good stuff. Man can cook a little bit, a little bit. So how do I know the salmon's ready? How do I know that? Well, I got my trusty thermometer here. And you can go and find out exactly, well, at what temperature is this done? Now I can stick that in there. Right now it's right about 75 degrees or so. We know it's not done. It's going to take a little while longer to get up to 165 degrees. So I'm going to check that number. I think it's 165, but all these things are different, so let me make sure.
Google to the rescue.
Right. At what temperature is salmon done? $145. So you gotta take out. So how do I know the salmon's done? Where's my little doohickey? So the salmon is done at 145 degrees or so now. For decades, I would just figure it out, right? But now my son got me using this thermometer. And so salmon is cooked at 145 degrees, so I stick it in here. Basically at the fat part. We are now at 75 degrees or so. So we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go to get that done. Now I'm gonna take a look at this frittata. That's happening. Yep. See, it's still liquid on top. And we're gonna cut now. I don't need a lot of cheese, but I do have some plant-based cheese I could put on there. But I probably won't because I don't need a lot of cheese and I probably won't do it today. And so let me get back to this. And so I got the banana in there, I got the protein mix. And we're gonna blend. And we'll let that run for about 30 seconds. We'll let that run for about 30 seconds. And then, you know, it'll be done, be ready. And it tastes good. It's just water. Now you can add milk or whatever, but I use water. All right, let's try this out. Let's see. Oh, it's not too bad. It's not. I thought it was going to be a little loose, but it's not too bad. I could actually. You could also put in some oatmeal or something like that if you want to put that. You can put grain in there. You got to be careful. You can't put steel cut oatmeal in there because it won't blend. You can put instant oats in there. That kind of stuff. Randy, try this out, man. See if you like that. Randy needs some protein in the morning. He needs protein, man, because he's dragging. He's like, man, I can't get it going. So, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Pretty good, right? Not so bad.
Stuff, man.
Not good stuff. I'm saying it's good stuff.
What?
So it's not an unpleasant chore. And how long did that take to make? 3 minutes maybe. 3 minutes. That's it. And you got a meal replacement. You can take it with you. In the wintertime, it's easy. I can leave it in the car. Around here, right, over the last couple of days, it's been around between 18 and 20, 35 degrees or so. So it's been cold enough to leave in the car and you don't have to worry about it. In the summertime, I'm good. You use those frozen blocks, take some out, put it into a cooler, put it in there, and it'll last for the whole day. And I might put in something else, a salad or something like that. Let me turn on some more fan power here. All right, I'll check the temperature again. I keep losing my thermometer. Here it is. And we should be around maybe 100 degrees, only about 85. All right. And 85, 90 degrees. And I think we're just about done on this. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, you can turn it off. Bam! So turn it off, and the heat, there's enough heat in there to finish cooking. And that's a good point. When you're cooking things like salmon, you can slightly undercook it if you're not going to eat it all that day. Now see this piece, I didn't show you the piece beforehand, but it goes from thick to thin. So I know that I can leave the thick part slightly underdone, and the other part's going to be done. So the other part I'll be able to eat now. I might not give any to Randy though. No, man, you can have some. You can have some, really. So, anyway, it's all good.
After tasting that protein shake, I think you know what you're doing, man. I think you know what you're doing.
Man, protein shake is really good. Now, if you like, you can almost make it taste like eggnog. You can put cinnamon in it,
Yeah.
because it's you could actually put eggs in it if you're not afraid to eat uncooked. Everybody's scared of that. But yeah, so you can put cinnamon, you can put vanilla, a little vanilla extract. You can change it up a little bit and change the taste as you like. I know you probably want to put tequila in there, but I wouldn't suggest putting tequila in. But that's him. You know what I mean? No, I do like tequila, but I don't usually put it in my protein drink. Own tequila.
We're gonna get it.
Okay, we're gonna do my own tequila thing. So watch out. What's it gonna be called?
You gotta figure out a name.
Okay, we don't have a name yet, but watch out for it. We're gonna advertise this tequila. It's gonna be great tequila, because I like tequila. I know good tequila. So it's gonna be good tequila. You'll like it.
Straight from Colombia.
No. Oh man, see, thank you.
going to Mexico?
Thank you. Mess that up, man. Everybody knows tequila comes from Mexico. Right? So
We can do some rum from Jamaica. We can make
we can make some rum. You like Jamaican rum? Okay. No, so rum can come from different countries. Tequila can't. Tequila, in order for it to be called tequila, it's got to be from the Jalisco region of Mexico. See, has to be. Like champagne's got to be from from the Champagne region in France. Other than that, you can make it. You can't call it champagne. You cannot call it champagne. So, bam. Let's see. I need this one. Let's see what happens here. This is what you don't want to show people. If it don't work, you be like, man, it didn't work. This is the tough part. It's all right. I'm a professional. No, not really. Oh! All right. There you go. That ain't bad. Probably a little burnt on the bottom, but I like it like that. It's dark on the bottom. Then cut that up into little pieces, and each quarter is about 2 eggs. Each quarter is about 2 eggs. So you can have half. And now, just waiting for the salmon to get cooked. And we got ways to go on this, but I might terminate it. I'll let it go for a little bit longer. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this case, because there's a difference in thickness, is I'm going to actually cut a piece of it off. It's separate all right. Whoop, almost touched that handle, and it would have been your fault. There you go. Okay. Bon appetit.